and transport people over a long distance in a very short time.
Okay, while I was younger, around the age of like 10, I wanted to become a neurosurgeon. And this was because like my friend she chose that as a career path. So I wanted to become that with her. And I really like that aspect of this surgery aspect of this thing, the sciences. So I wanted to like become a neurosurgeon.
Welcome back to Career Talk, and I'm still Lara Emmanuel, and I have here with me Dr. TOMI ADEBOYE. She's a practicing public health physician. I can say that right?
I'm an
aspiring, okay.
Yes.
Aspiring for public health physician. So, Dr. TOMI, I understand fully well that you are a wife and a mother.
Yes, I am.
Yes. So, and the job as a medical doctor is quite demanding.
Yeah.
So how do you juggle between both? Being that wife, the motherly part of you, and being a medical doctor?
All right then. So I think this takes me back to, I am in a group of working mothers in which we talk about how to make life, I think every mother has many things. She has multiple roles. She's a cook, she's a cleaner, she's a doctor. In every mother, you see a bit of all that. But juggling between being a wife and a mother and also being a doctor that is in a residency program. Number one of the things I do is each day to analyze, or maybe each week. Sometimes I do that on a weekly day, on a weekly mode in which I analyze what is expected from me, from those different roles I play as a wife, what is expected from me, as a mother, what are my expectations, as a doctor, what are my expectations, So all those things help me form a plan. I come up with a plan. Okay, these are my deliverables for this week. So this week I'm supposed to, I'm supposed to go for midterm, the pre-midterm assessments in school. Oh, they want to start writing exams. All those form part of my weekly plans, and I'm able to identify what are the things that are truly very important for me to do. What are the things that are necessary but not important, So all those things help me to highlight, to understand how my week runs at the end of the day. Then on a daily basis, I get to check my list. Okay, so what are my things? What are my deliverables for today? Okay, so I have to pick the children up at 4. Oh, my program, I have a tutorial in there. So I have to fit in all those things so that I can deliver on those ends. Another thing that works for me as a career woman and also a mother and a wife is also getting support systems. I have support systems around. People that I can, I have a driver, helps me pick up my children. I have someone, without necessarily hindering on my role as a mother, I don't really have to form my children to be a good mother. So all those things that really doesn't require my presence there, I get support systems to help me fill up so that I don't feel on those. Then of course I always have my time out. My time out where it's just my me time, where you probably just see me probably meditating. I'm on my own.
I'm not studying. Because I know medical doctors love studying.
Not studying. I think what I deliberately try to do, I am also not a TV person. You can probably catch me throughout a year.
Okay, doctor. Knowing fully well that your career path, being a medical doctor, is quite challenging. So has there been a time, because you've mentioned that the money is not that, but we know doctors now, you guys
money is not, well, in Nigeria now, I don't think money, if you think money is going to be your reason for being a medical doctor, a lot of them will be frustrated out, and that's why a lot of, with the way the country is now, we now see people's passions. Why did you really become a doctor?
So
being questioned over time.
So what I'm going to now is that, has there been a time you felt like giving up? Has there been that time you just felt like, okay, maybe I should try something else? Maybe I should go into business, maybe I should go into sewing, maybe I should do something else.
All right,
has there been that time?
All right. Well, unfortunately not.
Oh, wow.
I would say there were times that some of my dreams went into the cooler. I would say I kept them, Places I knew, okay, I had to, look at my season and say, okay, it's not time for me to venture into this, so let me keep this.
Oh, wow. That's good.
So there were times like that, you understand, but that I never wanted to be a doctor. No, it has never happened.
Okay, so what's your advice for the young stars out there, the young minds that wants to be a medical doctor, and those that are in medical school already?
Okay. So what I would tell young people out there, number one, is to understand the field of medicine, understand it in the context of Nigeria, understand it in the context of on a global picture. Have a global picture of what medicine is and decide where you want to be. Then I also want them to also think outside the box. I would say that the educational system has not made us to actually broaden our horizon on what we can do, how we can do things differently, while how we shouldn't wait on our government to do what we want to do, you know, so you broaden your horizon so that nothing really stands in your way of being the best. Get information, check online, check people. People are innovating many things, even as medical doctors that are not necessarily sitting down in the hospital, and they are making things happen. I'm also learning, you know. That's why I said you probably not catch me watching TV. You open yourself to teachings. What is the new thing in this field? Okay, so I want to be a pediatric surgeon. How are things done in pediatric surgery? What is the new thing, you know? One of the challenges that we recognize in Nigeria, which most people talk about, is that we read a lot of things in books that we really don't see them here. You know, they tell you about a particular instrument and it's not here, you know? So get yourself, open up yourself, what it is. Okay, so if I want to work in a low, middle income country like Nigeria, what do I need to stand out? So that you can just be formed and you can preempt the problems you would get when you get outside the field and can reinforce yourself against that. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much, Dr. Tomi. It's quite inspiring and insightful having you here in the studio today. And I hope you'll come next time when we call on you.
I will. It's been a privilege being here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That was Dr. Tomi Adeboye on Career Talk today, and we've been talking about medicine. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next time. I'm Lara Emmanuel. Bye.